Hi, you two. For today's writing lesson, we are continuing looking at information reports and informative writing. The purpose of an informative text is to inform someone of a particular topic. So today what we're looking at is our learning intention is we are learning about the structure of an information report. Okay, the structure of an information report. And we're looking at this because structure is really important to make sure that our informative texts achieve its purpose. The text structure helps us to achieve the purpose of informing someone. And we're going to have a look how. Before we get stuck into the text structure on this slide, what you're going to do is you're just going to watch this video. It's just a little bit about informative writing and informational writing, and just answer these questions just as a little bit of revision. It's always helpful to revise and go over what we've learnt already. So have a look at that and just answer those 3 questions on the line. And then we'll get, after you've done that, we get stuck into the structure. So you can see here, this is a nice, easy way to see what the text structure of an informative text should be. You start with a classification or an introduction, and what is included in the classification is what are you going to describe, what group does it belong to, okay? Classification introduces your topic. Then you have fact 1, fact 2, and fact 3 as your body paragraphs, and you're describing one aspect, just one aspect of the subject, using facts, and that using facts is really, really important. We want to make sure that our informative texts are full of facts. So that's what you do for the body paragraph, and then at the end we have our concluding sentence. And the way that we conclude our informative text is we conclude with an interesting fact about the subject. That interesting fact might not fit into this aspect, or this aspect. And that's why it's good to do that at the very end. Here's an example that I have found. It's a really, really simple, short information report about elephants. Okay, I know that we can write a little bit more than this when we're writing, but this is just a good example to show the importance of text structure. So it says, all elephants are mammals like humans. They usually live in grasslands in Africa and Asia. Elephants have bulky bodies, large ears, and a long neck. They are all herbivores, which means they survive on a diet of plants. Most elephants can live for 50 to 70 years in the wild. That's a very simple, well-structured information report about elephants. And you can see here, using that same scaffold, it's set up this way. It starts with its classification. All elephants are mammals like humans. It's classifying what type of animal an elephant is. Fact 1, they did about its habitat. They usually live in grasslands in Africa and Asia. Fact 2 is appearance. Elephants have bulky bodies, large ears, and a long trunk. And then fact 3 is about their diet. They are herbivores, which means they survive on plants. Okay, so it's well structured. They only talk about one aspect, where they live, what they look like, and what they eat. They don't mix up that information between the paragraphs, do they? And then they end with a concluding sentence, a nice, interesting fact. Most elephants can live for 50 to 70 years. That's a fact that is interesting, and it doesn't actually fit in with the habitat, the appearance, or the diet. So it's a good one to put in your concluding sentence. Now, I've found an information report about eagles. However, it's all mixed up, okay? That doesn't follow the correct structure. What your job is to do, there's 5 sentences, just like the elephant, but what your job is to do is on this slide, click and drag these statements, these sentences, into the correct spot here. So you have your general classification, fact 1 about the diet, fact 2 about the habitat, and fact 3 about the appearance, and then the interesting fact for the concluding sentence. Okay, so click and drag. I'll show you how to do the first one. General classification. We can have a look at these and see eagles of all kinds are a type of bird. So I'm going to click and then drag that there. And you see how that's there now. Okay? I might leave that one there for everyone just so it's a little bit easier to understand. So you can do the rest. And then there's a couple more videos. This is just to help us understand how informative texts are structured and the way that they use facts, not opinions, because that's another important part. So feel free to watch those videos just for your own knowledge. And then finish off by doing the cut and paste activity about frogs. So you sort these statements on this page into the correct box on this page. And then you can upload a photo of your work here. I hope that makes sense. And I hope you guys can understand today the importance of writing informative reports with the correct structure so that they are easy to read, so that they're easy to understand, and that it achieves its purpose. That purpose is to inform us about something.